Today's January 18th, 2019, and this is episode 17 of Plane Savers. Welcome to today's episode. C-46 behind me, and the snow's coming. What do we have here? Oh, look at this. The C-46 is waiting for the Electra. We got a DC-3 over here offloading. It's a busy morning here in Yellowknife. It is minus 35, which is, minus 34, which is minus 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Tomorrow's supposed to be warming up, but right now she's still cold. Man, isn't that cool? All the warbirds. Here's LFR as backup. Whoa! Well, thanks for joining me this week. This weekend I'll be making some videos too, but we'll see. And for now, we'll see you inside the hangar. Yeah, hope you like today's episode. What you see here may look like a normal picture of a DC-3, but this is actually our DC-3 DTD when it was flying for TransCanada Airlines. This picture has been lost in time. Air Canada actually went into their archives and found some pictures for us, and I'd like to share them with you today. I just want to give a huge thank you to Brian, who's the official corporate photographer for Air Canada, for getting us these photos. These are just amazing, and I love seeing pictures of the old girl. This one just happens to be my favorite. I don't know what it is. I just like the DC-3 being part of the background. And then the shadow on the ground is just so cool. Man, this is just awesome to find pictures like this. And this picture here you might seen before, but this is an uncropped version. The picture we've been using was actually from an old postcard, but this is the original photograph. And big thanks again for Air Canada for doing this for us, and thank you for supporting our project. You guys are awesome. So I'm going to give you guys something that you've been asking for. And I've been putting it off because it's been so freaking cold, but I wanted to take you now inside the DC-3 and give you a cockpit tour. And you know, it's kind of funny, that sun, once it hits your face, it doesn't feel so bad. It is cold, but the sun will trick you. A little neat thing that some people might not know is when it's clear like this, when it's super clear, that means it's cold. When it's cloudy, means it's warm. And I'm not a physicist or a meteorologist or any kind of itst at all. But whatever that is, if that traps the heat in or whatever it does, but when it's when it's a cloudy day, when it's like this, like at this time of year, it's a good thing because it's going to be, you know, a little bit warmer. So here we go. Let's get into the DC-3. It's hard to do with one hand here. So. Big important thing is always get the bungee, set the bungee up, and that stops the wind from closing the door on you. I gotta put my glove on. See, my glove's full of cat hair. We got a sick cat. Okay, so again with one hand here, we gotta hook the steps in. There we go. There, steps are in. Now inside the plane. Okay, so this is JKM. This is the bird that hauls 1,000 pounds more than any other DC-3 we have. It's strictly because it doesn't have any of the interior in it. Where the other DC-3s are set up in a combi situation where it can haul passengers or freight, JKM is set up just freight. And another thing too, it doesn't have the heat vents on the side So you can actually put 2 4-foot pallets on each side, and makes it a lot easier for loading. So there she is. So she stripped right out. Now let's go into the cockpit. Here's the bulkhead door. And there we go. So it's actually nice and toasty warm in here. Here, I just gotta close this door. Cool. Okay, so this, what do we got here? We got the Twin Otter on skis. So here is a cockpit tour. Get that sun out of the way. Here's the cockpit tour when it's this cold. We have furniture blankets here and heaters running underneath. So you can't really see much, but the blanket's got to be set up to keep heat. So there's a heater underneath warming up everything. So when the pilots come in here tonight, they could just jump in and go. And there we go. See the engines outside, nice and warm. Sun's out. So hope you guys like that, you know, mock tour. The 40 below cockpit tour. It's basically just a blue blanket. Hope you guys like that. When the airplane's back in the hangar, we'll do a proper cockpit thing. We'll get a pilot in here to show you guys all the fancy stuff, all the stuff we've added since its days in the military. And there you go. So here we go. Here's the data plate. Douglas serial number 13580, converted to model DC-3C by Buffalo Airways Limited. May 28th, 1983. I was only 1 year old. So as you know, these airplanes have been here my entire life, and I hope they don't go anywhere. So here we go. So there she is. There's JKM. Oh, I gotta close the door before letting the heat out. And there we go. So just like you gotta plug in your truck, that one episode I was showing you about plugging in the truck, people saying, why are you showing that? Because it's the same thing with the airplanes. So let's go back inside and warm up. Okay folks, today is packing up day. We still got to get out a lot of the Plane Saver t-shirts. These are the ones that sold out like super quick. But more importantly, it's the eBay purchase. The Plane Savers artwork is going to a new home in Australia. And let's go there now, and I'll like to show you who actually won this and introduce them as the first official Plane Savers fan.
G'day Mikey from Perth in Western Australia, soon to be the new home of the Plane Savers artwork. I'm very happy and proud to be a tiny part of what you're trying to do with the DC-3. Look forward to watching all the episodes and getting the bird up and flying. It's a very similar temperature over here to what you have at 36 degrees. The difference is we don't have the minus sign in front of it. As you can probably see from the background, we're at an airport. It's Jandakot Airport just south of Perth. Reportedly be the busiest airport in the Southern Hemisphere. Lots of flying clubs, including China Southern, Singapore Airlines, Royal Aero Club, and lots of independent flying clubs. It's also the home of the fixed wing and rotary wing water bombers, the Royal Flying Doctor Service, and the rescue helicopter. We don't get to see C-46s taking off from here or anything big, but if you're into the small light aircraft, it's a great place to be. Plus behind me, you'll see when 03 runway at Perth Airport is in action, you'll see all the international domestic big birds flying over there, which makes it an interesting place to be. Also, when they do muster training for the helicopter pilots in the R-22s and 44s for rounding up cattle up north, that's a very interesting thing to watch here. Anyway, big shout out to all of you, Captain Joe, and all those wonderful people that have offered to come down and give you a hand to get the DC-3 flying again for D-Day. Thanks, Mikey. Bye.
Well, Cliff, the package is on your way here. I'm just wrapping it up here. Fragile, of course. Throwing in a rare Plane Savers t-shirt. You're going to use that hopefully as some padding. Throw in some postcards. Hopefully you can write me back once the box arrives. That would be pretty cool. Going to throw in some patches, a pin, some Christmas ornaments for next year, and a DC3 keychain. We'll throw in a mobile wallet. Oh, and an official DC3 safety card. And of course, I packed this up properly. It's hard to do with one hand. So then I took the Planesavers official logo that we've used on every single episode so far, and I recreated it perfectly for the box. And it's on its way to Australia. Thank you again, Cliff, for the support, and thank you everybody for supporting so far. Hopefully this thing finds its way to Australia and has a new home. I'm kind of sad that I'll never get to see it again, but maybe someday, you never know. And at least it'll be warm. Okay, so Friday afternoon, I gotta get Rod to sign a couple of these Planesaver shirts.
You could reseal these.
So guys, that's Friday. Hope you liked the episode. We got some surprises coming to you this weekend. Tomorrow I want to go through some stats, show you how the channel's grown, so much money we have raised through t-shirts and now YouTube advertising. And yeah, hopefully everything goes good, and we'll see you on the weekend.